let me give you the key to being happy as an author on social media, because I know a lot of you struggle with the social space. A lot of you struggle with some of the toxicity in the social space. Let me help you dial this back and make it a better place for you to be on social media. This is me giving you permission to do something. Now, to be clear, there are lots of ways to be happy on social media. You may not need this tip. It may be the best tip of your life. It's not the only tip, but this really is a very simple, very straightforward, very common sense thing, but also like a lot of people don't realize it and don't do it. So this is your permission to take action on this one. Are you ready for it? It's really easy. It's the block button. If somebody comes into your space and is mean and is rude, is causing problems for your readers, block them. If you see somebody who has just like negative, nasty content and you just don't want it in your feed, block them. You do not need to see their content. You do not need to see their comments. You do not need to be in their space. Everybody has a right to be on social media and to have their own thoughts and feelings and opinions and actions on social media. But if it's not good or healthy for you, get them out of your space. You have permission to determine who and what is going to be in your space and impacting and affecting you. Because if you are on the not so nice side of like book talk, that's going to impact your well-being. It's going to make you feel not good about being on social media. And your social media should be a good, happy, fun place for you to be. Now, you guys know I love social media. There are so many people, all I ever hear is like how horrible social media is. I just love it. Social media for me has opened so many doors. It's given me permission to do so many things. It has revolutionized my life for so much better. I owe so much to social media. I love it. I'm so thankful for it. I am the person who just sees all of the good on social media and acknowledges that there is some bad, but it's overwhelmingly good and helpful and positive and wonderful despite all those things. And the vast majority of people I know, not just authors, are the opposite. They think it's so horrible and it's awful and they find very little happiness because they do a lot of self-comparison on social media. So what I want to tell you is that you dictate what you're seeing on social media. You choose what you allow yourself to consume. So if you see somebody who is just constantly not good and you don't want their content, block them. It means you won't see their content. If somebody comes into your space, they come to your page, your content, your house, and they are just not good humans, get rid of them. Block them. Just block them. You don't need them in your life, and more specifically, your readers don't need them in your space. So you're protecting yourself and you're protecting others when you use that block button. Do not be afraid to be heavy-handed on the block button. If you see something and it's just not going to work for you, just block it. And I understand. Sometimes you want to give like people the benefit of the doubt, and you want to give them, a little bit more time to prove themselves. Sometimes you'll see something and you're like, oh, I don't vibe with that one video, but I haven't seen a ton of them. So you give it a few in case they end up being decent people. And that's totally great. If you want to give people space to prove themselves to you, feel free. But if you have that twinge of like, this is just not someone I want to see, content I want to see, topics I want to see, this is just not something that's going to be good for me, you have full permission to block whoever you want. I've recently learned not only can I be free to block people on my YouTube channel, my TikTok, and my Instagram, all of those things, I'm also incredibly free to block emails. The crazy level of spam emails that I get from people like wanting me to do free work for them and all of this stuff, I just don't even bother. I used to just delete it and ignore it, and they would continue to reach out to me. Now I just block people. The joy you get when you block people is like a little serotonin boost. Like you just did something good for yourself. Ding! Here's 2 points. It's so powerful and so helpful and so just relaxing and stress relieving. So the key to happiness on social media, there's a lot of different things depending on who you are as a person and how you function. But one of the easiest ways to help level up that level of comfort on social is to use the block button regularly. Be very frequent and liberal about it. You do not have to question yourself. You don't have to answer to anybody. They're not going to know that they blocked or they were blocked unless they're like actively harassing you, at which point they should know that they're blocked. But like nobody's coming to search for you. If they're just being jerks, they're usually drive-by jerks. So use your block button. Make yourself a happier, healthier space on social media, and it will help to change your position with social media and how things are working. I cannot say enough for the block button. It just makes life so much better. And this is your permission to use it. Follow along for more tips and tricks on how to navigate the world of being an author, because we know we do, in fact, have to be on social media a lot. We have to market a lot. We have to be social a lot. And those are all of my favorite things, even though I am a well-established introvert. I know it's hard. It's hard to imagine me as an introvert, but I am. I recharge away from people. And I want to make sure we're helping to level up what you're doing so that you can live your best author life while also still having a life and not being overwhelmed by that life. So we'll see you in tomorrow's episode.